In this video, we're going to cover the removal of the old unit as well as the install and setup of the new unit. So the first thing that we want to remember is roughly about 24 hours prior to the install of this equipment, we want to make sure that it is brought into the store so that it can be gradually brought up to temperature before we actually power the unit on. Now, the reason I bring that up is because especially in cold climates, if this unit was to have sat in a warehouse or maybe in a truck overnight, and then we bring that unit in the next morning, we fire it up quickly, what we can run into is because this unit and the metal and all the electrical components are still so cold, this can actually cause errors and all kinds of problems. So it's highly recommended to bring this unit in about 24 hours prior to install so that it can be gradually brought up to room temperature. Now, with that in mind, let's jump into before we remove that old unit. And before we remove that old unit, it's just kind of a helpful tip if we go ahead and take our phone and snap a screenshot of their old unit that we're replacing of how their day parts configuration is set up on the control. Now, the reason I bring that up is that's going to be highly helpful when it comes to setting up the new control once we get this unit installed. Now, with that being said, we also, when it comes to removing the old unit, you're going to have two plates, one on each side of the unit, that's going to have two bolts for that plate that mount it to the countertop. Now, once we remove those four bolts to be able to remove the old unit and get it out of the way, the important part is we need to hold on to that old hardware, both the mounting plates as well as the mounting bolts, so that we can reuse that for the install of this new unit. So with also that, we need to keep the accessories that were mounted to the side of their old unit. We need to set those off to the side as well as their wire rack that's going to be sitting on top. All that can be set off to the side temporarily, and then once we get the new unit installed, we can attach those accordingly. Remember, we talked about in the overview, those accessories will attach to these shoulder bolts, and then that wire rack will set up on top. So one thing to be aware of, if we run into the rare event that some of that mounting hardware is missing or it was somehow destroyed during the removal, is we can reach out to Frankie or H&K to try and acquire some of that hardware. However, like I mentioned before, that is not purchasable from Henny Penny, so that's just something we need to be aware of. Also, as I mentioned before, the accessories are not purchased from Henny Penny. That would be purchased from their KES. And then also, one thing that we really need to be aware of when it comes to the install of this unit is ahead of time is it's going to require two people for the installation process. However, keep in mind a third person could be found helpful. Now, the reason I bring that up is because this unit weighs approximately 225 pounds or 102 kilograms. So you can tell that it's a little on the heavy side and it will require more than one person for the install. Now, when it comes to the install, let's talk about the electrical. Now, it's important that each and every store is going to be set up just slightly differently. So we have some options here when it comes to setting up our power cord. If we look right up here, we'll see our 90-degree strain relief connector, and then right down in here is going to be our mounting nut as well as our grommet. The important part about this is, as I mentioned, each store is going to be a little bit different, and this connector can be turned to the side, to the front, or down, whichever way is going to allow it to have the best setup for not having wear conditions. Now, also with this can be taken apart right here, and then it can be moved over to the other side if needed. Now, again, depending on how these are set up, a lot of times these units are set up side by side. So you may have a situation where you'll have the other unit right here next to it, and you'll have both power cords on opposite ends of the unit coming up here in the center, or they may be mounted on the opposite sides of each other as well. So if we go ahead and move right around here to the back, one of the other important items that we need to be aware of is going to be our PE connection. Now, that stands for potential equalization, and this is going to be used in CE regions. Typically, CE regions are going to be in the European region. However, there may be other regions that use the CE requirement, and if that's the case, we will need to hook this up. That's the only time this is used is in CE applications. Before we finish up, the last thing we need to remember is we need to remove all the laser film. Now, a quick and easy way to do that is to go ahead and remove our top cover here, so that way we can remove our side panels and get it out of all the different cracks. This greatly helps with speeding up that process and getting it all off of there. Once that's done, the installation is done and we'll get ready for setting up the control.